The Zoom zombie is a real thing, and we are tied to our homes so much more. Anytime, Andy, I get out and actually meet one of my friends or colleagues at a coffee shop, I walk away so energized just to have a real interaction. And then we always come up with ways we can collaborate, people we want to meet. Our creativity is higher when you're in person. So I wonder if it's because of this shift, this hybrid world that we live in and being in our homes so much, we need to figure out how to network in this new world of work.
So I've been in this space since 1999. We sold that business in 2007. I've noticed two big peaks in popularity in that time where suddenly people who previously had derided networking or building relationships suddenly see it as important. The first was in 2008 and the second is post-pandemic. Now, what do the two things have in common? We're coming out of, or we were in, areas of huge uncertainty, people worrying about their job, people not knowing where to turn to, and suddenly these things become important. So I think once economies globally settle down a little bit, we might see we'll go back into networking being shunted onto the back burner. I hope not. And, I'm working hard to try and reframe it so that doesn't happen. But I'm one person. There's only so much I can do. So I think it goes in peaks and troughs, inverted to what's happening in the world and in the economy. So that certainly fits that pattern. The second thing about what you said was that need for connection. And what's really interesting, I spend so much more of my time on Zoom and Teams now than in person. Before the pandemic, I would be in London 2 to 3 times a week. I was a member of 2 different private members clubs. That's down to 1 now. And I would walk in and they'd all know me because I'd be there so often, because they were my home, they were my offices in town. Now, for business, I'm in London. If it's 3 times a month rather than 3 times a week, it's a lot. That impacts my business. Because when I do spend a day in London in meeting, I win business. I win so much more business in terms of opportunities to deliver to the person I've met with, but more importantly, referrals and ideas than I do when I have those meetings on Zoom or Teams. Because we have small talk, we have real connection. At the moment, to make eye contact with you, I'm not looking at you, which takes the connection away because I'm looking at my camera. But if I looked at you, you'd feel the loss of connection because you wouldn't see the eye contact that I'm making now. So you don't have that problem when you're in person. So I'm seeing that real negative impact of not being with people. And on the flip side, a few weeks ago, I went to the Speaking Business Summit, which is the annual convention of the Professional Speaking Association. Now, I've been a member and then a fellow of the PSA for 21 years. I've been a board member twice. I was president of the fellows community. I'm pretty embedded in it. I've got a lot of close friendships there. And for the first time ever, it fell on my birthday, so I had to go. Now, I was really, really busy. I had no capacity for learning new things, if that makes sense. I had so much going on. I didn't have the headspace to go away with lots of ideas from the speakers, as wonderful as that would be, because I didn't have the headspace to implement it. I'd had a really poor financial year or poor year, July to July. So it wasn't really something I could afford that. It was a bit of a luxury, but the human connection I got from engaging with my tribe, my community, sharing ideas, just sharing our frustration, sharing what was happening, sharing our excitement, whatever it might be, was invaluable. And I sat down for half an hour with one of my best friends in that world, who's one of the best speakers in the world, in my opinion, one of the busiest and the most highly respected. And he gave me some insights on a couple of challenges I've got with clients I've been trying to win in a half-hour call that you couldn't put a price on them. Absolutely phenomenal. So that weekend investment in connection, I needed. I went away so lifted by the experience. And when we're really busy and we're just embedded in what we're doing, we can forget to reach out for that connection. So yeah, we do need it.